If you're thinking about moving to the Dallas, Texas area, but you're a little overwhelmed because there's so many different options, especially when it comes to suburbs to choose from. Well, today we are going to cover the top 13 suburbs north of Dallas, which seems to be where everybody wants to move to. We're talking about some of the best rated school districts. We're talking about tons of new construction, just new amenities, roads, everything that's happening. I mean, you're talking about Universal Resorts, you're talking about PGA headquarters, master plan communities with 5-acre lagoons, all of that and more. We are going to get into it, and buckle up and grab your popcorn because this video is going to cover them all very extensively. So this should help you narrow down your search a little bit more. But of course, you can always go on our channel and in the search bar type in any suburb in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we've likely made several videos about it. But this one is going to give you the best overview of all. Let's jump into it. Oh, and by the way, my name is Levi Lassick with the Living Dallas, Texas team. And if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you subscribe below so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Dallas. And if you're thinking about making that move, whether it's 9 days or 9 months, feel free to give us a call, text, or email. All of that information is in the description below. Let's jump into the computer. All right, so here we're going to take a look at, you can see I've got Collin County outlined, which we don't really talk a lot about counties on the channel because we cover more of the cities that are in the area. But today we're going to take a look at Lucas, we're going to take a look at Murphy, Wylie, Fairview, Princeton, and Anna. Okay, all very important. The top 6 here on the the 6 most underrated here on the left side of the lake. And let me know in the comments below if you'd be interested in the most country areas of Collin County, which would include Lavon, Nevada, Farmersville, Blue Ridge, and Westminster. So let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that. All right, so we're going to move in order of price range, starting with the lowest, and that's going to be Princeton right here as far as the lowest price point. Now you can see that it really kind of highlights Princeton just in this area, but Princeton does kind of run down all the way through through this area. So I'm not sure why it's not marked here on the Google map, but we'll get into that here in a little bit. So it looks pretty small on the map, which it is. I mean, this is, you're getting into a lot more rural area for now. Now, if we zoom out here, we can see like a lot of the growth is going to be happening and moving this direction. We already know that Melissa and Anna up here are starting to blow up. Princeton is starting to go with it because you see this green space is room for expansion and new construction throughout North Dallas area. We know Prosper is growing rapidly. Celina is growing rapidly. So Krugerville and Aubrey growing rapidly. So the movement is already taking place and heading up here to fill these gaps. And again, you're going to save anywhere from $50, $100, $150,000 on a house just by moving a little bit further north and getting out of Frisco and Prosper. I mean, there's not a lot of affordable options left in Prosper, but you start coming over to Princeton and you will find the affordable options. And this is as we zoom in here, you're going to see not much going on here. You'll see highlighted by the main yellow areas. This is going to be most of your commercial, which is just a little sporadic here along Highway 380, which 380 cuts all the way through the border of Frisco and Frisco and Prosper. And you can just see this is pretty much it for the commercial area. So not much going on there, but you can see your main access is going to be Highway 380. Now this is going to be a problem if you're commuting. If you're commuting to downtown Dallas, I have to even zoom out here to even get Dallas on the map there. You're going to have a pretty sizable commute to get to downtown Dallas if you are commuting, and you're going to go down all the way down Highway 75 right here, which the good thing is that's no tolls right there. Okay, so no tolls on 75, so that's a big positive. No tolls on Highway 380. That's a positive as well, and this will get you all the way to Frisco, Prosper, and over here to Denton if you ever need to head that way. I'm not sure why you would, but just something to keep in mind. You avoid the Dallas North Tollway, the Sam Rayburn Tollway, and George W. Bush Tollway for the most part if you're in Princeton because you've got easy access over here. Now, the thing is that if you're commuting to the airport as well, which is down here, you've got a little bit of a commute as well. You'd have to make a few turns left and right, and basically you're going to come down all the way 121 to get to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. or the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, because if you're commuting on a regular basis as well, Princeton may not be the best option for you unless you just really love that country lifestyle. But if that were the case, you might want to look at Justin over here or Argyle, which would get you a little bit closer to the airport if you're a regular commuter. But most of the time, that's not the case for people that are enjoying that country life. They like to keep things nice and quiet, so they're not typically taking the flights all the time. But otherwise, you can see here, residential, this is about it as well throughout this area. Now, if you come down south here, we did cover this area before in a video, Bridgewater. So one of the top master plan communities that is currently under construction with the most affordable options that you will find in Princeton area if you want some new construction homes. And I mean, you're talking under $300,000 for new construction, which you just don't find that very often these days, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So if I zoom out here now, another great thing about living in Princeton is you are a hop, skip, and a jump away from Lavon Lake, okay, one of the most popular lakes out here in the North Dallas area. So if you love lake life, which we all do here in Dallas, then you've got an easy access to get to the Lavon Lake. And if you want to take it a little bit step further, you can head down here to Lake Ray Hubbard, which also has some great options for boating and skiing and just beach fun and all that good stuff. And you have pretty simple access to get over to Louisville Lake as well. So this is very critical during the summertime in those hot summer months whenever you want to get outdoors. If you don't have a pool, make your way down to the lake, especially if you love water activities. Now, we're going to jump over here real quick I'm going to show you some of the recently sold homes in the area just so you can get an idea of price range. Again, you can see here $379, $315, $370, $340, $353. Again, all in the mid threes throughout most of this area. You're going to step out here. This is probably going to have some acreage. If you get into the $655 range, you can see here. And it's only 1.5 acres, but just to give you an idea what you can get with 1.5 acres, looks like a pretty nice home there. Yeah, all standard new construction. This one looks like it's probably a little bit older. Yeah, built in 2018, so I can already tell that looked like a 5-year-old home. Seems really old these days, right? That's what it looks like. So if I jump back here on the map, you can also see, again, we've covered Bridgewater quite extensively in a full vlog tour to come down here, and you can see price ranges as low as $293, $330, $240. I mean, if you want to check out this property here for, let's see, what is it, $295, and built in 2022, and there you can see a nice little kind of a craftsman style home there. They've only got one picture up there. All right, let's jump over here to the market trends of Princeton. I want you to see what's been going on for the last 20 years. Now, we're in a time of what we call seasonality, but in the Dallas-Fort Worth area right now, as we move into 2024, I mean, things are still increasing as far as prices whenever you look at the hyper-local markets. Now, you're going to see a lot of information out there like massive price drops and massive price cuts. You'll see a lot of that on YouTube, but whenever you drill it down to the hyper-local market, you're going to find that's a different story. I mean, in Princeton, year over year, prices are up 11.2%, and this is even in November. So even in a time of seasonality, when we see dips typically in fall and winter, normally, and you can see that even right through here, we have this dip from a peak in August. Now, here's the thing. If you bought in August, did you lose all of this money? Did you lose $100,000? No, that's just what the average, and I'm looking at the average home sale prices right now. So that doesn't mean your particular house lost $100,000. And it really depends on your area, your specific neighborhood. Now, if you sell within 1 year of buying your house, then yes, you are completely at mercy of the market. But if you were to look over the last 3-year trend or 5-year trend or 6-year trend, which where typically most people hold their home during that time frame, you're still going to have increases. Now, if you would have bought in November of last year, you would have 11.2% equity in that home just within the last year. And so it looks like right now we've even even had a slight bump up from October. So that's trending in not so normal direction on the upside, because again, we know inventory is low, demand is still high. It's just people are kind of hanging on because of interest rates, although interest rates have started to make a bit of a drop here lately. And as soon as that happens, our phone picks up, our phone starts to ring a lot more. So we see that. So even year over year in Princeton, average home prices are up 11.2%. But you can see during the trend, there's always a peak during summertime. Now, of course, during 2020, 2021 to 22 was the exception to the rule. But if you look over the history of time, there's always a peak. And this was December that was peaking out there. Let's see, look at this. May, June, so it peaked out over in 2010. People were making moves after the last crash. But you can see around 2008, 2009 wasn't a huge crash here in Princeton, not in Dallas in general. And over that time, it's just been steady growth, steady increase. And so this is what you want to keep in mind, that if you are looking to buy a home, it is typically one of your best investments over time, as long as you don't sell in the middle of a downturn, or usually in the fall or winter. All right, so that's why everybody typically lists their home in the spring, most people, and that's when people typically buys during the summer. So that creates that seasonality. Now, Princeton, Texas has a population of 26,000 people. The distance to downtown Dallas is about 42 miles, so you're going to look at 55 to 65 minutes in commute time, 42 miles to the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, and again around 55 minutes in commute time, give or take with traffic. Median home sale price is around $324,000. Average home sale price around $340,000. Month supply currently sitting at 3.1, and homes for sale in the market currently sitting around 276, with average days on market around 90 days. The schools for Princeton ISD have an A- rating from niche.com. They're ranked one of the most diverse school districts in Texas. It serves about 6,700 students. It has 2 high schools, 3 middle schools, and 6 elementary schools. Princeton High School has an A- rating from niche.com and serves 1,349 students. Now we're going to move over to Anna, Texas. So you can see here, Anna is, well, right north of Melissa, and you can also see quite a distance from downtown Dallas. So again, commuting to downtown Dallas is going to be a pain in the you-know-what, especially with traffic going down 75. Now again, with 75, you're avoiding tolls, so you don't have to worry about that. If you plan to be working in Frisco, or Plano, this area where a lot of corporations are making their move from, then you've got a pretty decent commute, but you will hit a toll road right here, or if you come to 380 and come down, you'll hit the Dallas North Tollway right there. So either way, if you're going to be working in Frisco or Plano, then you're going to run into some tolls, but you're going to have a lot closer commute. But if we zoom in here, you can see by all the green space, all right, not a lot happening in Anna. You can see there's quite a bit of room for growth throughout here. Again, all of this is going to fill in between McKinney and Melissa, between Melissa and Anna, and north of Anna as well. They're already starting to build throughout these areas too. 121 is going, anything along 121 is going to expand. So if you're a real estate spectator and you like to get in early as possible, these areas we're talking about right now are going to give you some pretty good options that really have pretty much built-in appreciation into the homes, because the population growths are going to expand so much. Anna has already surpassed what they were planning to grow by 2030, and so now they've tripled their expectation for population between now and 2030. So that tells you how fast these areas are growing. But if we scroll back down here to Anna and zoom in, and by the way, if you haven't yet, make sure if you want to know more about Anna, you can check out the full vlog tour on Anna that we have as well, and that'll give you a little bit more in-depth look through Anna. This is the high-level overview, so you'll see here again, not a lot of residential, throughout Anna, but you have these pockets that are coming up around here, and of course, new construction is going to be your best friend in this area. Otherwise, you're going to be moving into or buying a 60s, 70s, 80 styles ranch home. So it's either kind of a one or the other, big difference, but you have a few spots in here. You can get a little bit of shopping done, but you can see over here, maybe you've got some Tex-Mex, a Pizza Hut. Yes, they still have Pizza Huts around here. Mr. Jim's Pizza. Mr. Jim's, I grew up with in Stephenville, so I actually haven't even seen a Mr. Jim's in quite some time. Armadillo Barbecue, Hot Works, that's a pretty cool place for the ladies and the guys. Actually, that whole place, I think you do all your exercises in a sauna. All right, so they got some cool stuff there. You got the classic car wash, Escape Nail Spa. So again, a few spots: Sonic Drive-In, Crow's Country Cafe, Roma's Italian Bistro. We ate at a place called Spurlock's, I believe, like one of those old-timey, yeah, there it is, Spurlock's Malt Shop. I wasn't a big fan of the food. I mean, it is drive-in, like 50s diner style food, but the milkshake, great. Burger, average. And cheese fries, I don't know what was going on with those cheese fries, just to be honest. So just be mindful of that. Maybe it was just wasn't a great day for the cheese fries. A couple of parks over here, the Natural Springs Park. I mean, we show you all this in the full vlog tour, so I don't want to get into that too much here. So if we look at the real estate in Anna real quick of what's closed on the market over the last 90 days, you can see here a lot of the price ranges in the 300s, mid 300s. You get up to the 4s, 425. I mean, you can get under 300K in some of these areas. I mean, there you've got 275 if we were to look at something like that. Then you can see you got your typical 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but built in 2004. Let's see, probably could use some updates. Yep. But you know, move-in ready, just depending on your taste. But you could get in there for pretty inexpensive for $290,000. And we're going to come over here and look at some of the trends in Anna as well. Now, you can see with time, again, steady increases over the last 20 years in Anna. Now, this is interesting is because they had a really almost a peak of pricing last November of 2022. So year over year, that's down about 16%. So, you know, if you bought last year, did you lose that money? Well, no, only if you plan on selling right this second. So again, this is going to come back up in the spring and the summertime. We're in seasonality. It's affecting Anna just a little bit more here, mainly with a lot of the new construction. If we take a look at 2010, only down 2010 and newer, only down about 11.4%. But we could also look at new construction in general, and down, yeah, about 12% year over year. So again, based, and I would say that's based on seasonality, but you can still see the growth over time is happening. Most people, when they buy a single family home for personal use, will stay there at a minimum of around 3 years, and that ranges from 3 to 13 years. You can look at the history through time, especially in the Dallas market. If you hold a home from 3 to 13 years, you're likely going to have appreciation built in there. So it's typically a safe bet to go ahead and make a move. But the main thing is that depending on when you decide to do that, you can always give us a call and reach out. We have all of our information in the description below. So that way we can kind of help learn about your situation and also talk through that with you to see if it's the right time. And some of you have to move. And if you have to move, then you have to deal with the current conditions of the market. But we find deals in any market. Rest assured, we're always going to be looking for the best opportunities. But right now, it's an interesting time because it's kind of a seller's and a buyer's market. It's a seller's market because of inventory. There's not a lot of inventory out there, but there's so many buyers sitting on the sideline that it makes it kind of a buyer's market because there's room to negotiate. Sellers are willing to negotiate. So even though the inventory is low, a lot of people are hanging out. So that gives you the opportunity. We've been able to get some really great deals for our clients within the past few months because of this opportunity of this weird quasi sellers and buyers market at the same time. So Anna has a population of around 27,300 people. Its distance to downtown Dallas is 46 miles, so you can expect about a 60-minute commute. To the DFW airport is about 37 miles and probably about a 55-minute commute. The median home price is ranging around $393,000. The average home price around $399,000. Month supply is currently at 2.6, and days on market is only around 23. Anna has a B rating from niche.com. It serves about 4,400 students. It has 1 high school, 2 middle schools, and 4 elementary schools. Anna High School has a B+ rating from niche.com and over 1,200 students. Now let's check out Murphy, Texas. Now we're gonna head down here to Murphy. You can see it's just east of Plano, right here. I mean, pretty far south from Anna, but you're still close to Allen, which you have some of the best shopping you can get to. And if you haven't checked out our Allen video, you can check that out right after this video as well. And so it's over here, just kind of nestled right in the middle on the east side of Collin County. Not too much going on there, but we'll zoom in just a little bit to see what's happening over here. You can see there's just a big section of the commercial development where you're pretty much going to have everything you need, for all your wants and desires. I mean, you've got Walmart Supercenter, Lowe's, Chick-fil-A, Brahms Ice Cream Store, and the UPS store. I mean, you're good to go right there. Even a museum to check out. I mean, what more could you ask for? You got everything that you need right there. And if we zoom in here a little bit more, you can see what else they've got. Hollywood Feed for your pet store, Sticky Rice, Thai, 24-hour fitness, Nothing Bun Cakes. Oh my goodness, you're gonna need that gym over here after all this good stuff. Let's see, Murphy Village Center, Hobby Lobby. Again, you can shop as much as you want over here. I mean, you pretty much got everything you need from your day-to-day basis. And then, like I said, if you want to get up to Allen, which is really well known for its shopping area, Plano as well. You don't have to go too far to Allen, but Plano has good options. But on top of that, you got the Pecan Hollow Golf Course right next door to you. You've got a pretty good sizable parks throughout here. We cover that in our Murphy tour, by the way. It's a little bit older, but we'll be doing some updates on it soon, but otherwise it'll still give you a good idea of what's going on in Murphy. But you should definitely check out prices in that video as compared to what we're going to show you over in this video. But again, commuting, you can see here, it's a little bit out there. Getting to a highway like Highway 78 to get to George Bush, and then to 75 to get to downtown Dallas. You see you've got to do a little hop, skip, and jump. You can take Highway 78 all the way down. This is my old stomping grounds. Whenever I first moved to Dallas after getting out of the military, I was here in this area called Casa Linda, right east of White Rock Lake. Loved it. I used to drive up and down 78 all the time. And I just love this area. Still have my house in Dallas over here in old East Dallas, around in this area. So the thing is that really cool area down here, but it gives you easy access. If you're in Murphy, you come down 78. It's not too far of a commute to head down here and enjoy some of that city living, right? Otherwise, Murphy's going to be really kind of considered small kind of country town as well, even though it looks like it's right in the middle of everything. Not too much going on there, mainly residential, and then your big spot of commercial right there in the middle. But you can see you've got Target and TJ Maxx over here as well in Wylie, which we'll be covering next. And again, easy access to Levon Lake and Lake Ray Hubbard. You're split right there, so either or is going to be a good option for you. And if we come over here and take a look at what's sold just in the past 90 days, only about 19 homes. All right, so again, smaller area, but you can see 465, 610, 830, 555, 675, 470. So if you look at like what can you get for 470, then you're going to get something built in the year 2000 and 4-bedroom 2-bath. You can see here again, going to be move-in ready, but I'm going to assume needs some updating. Yeah, just depending on your taste. So, do you like, the older style cabinets, countertops, those types of things? I mean, paint colors might want to change up, kind of that 90s, 2000s fireplace going on there. So again, something to keep in mind. You can find some good deals out there as well. So overall, this is pretty much what you're going to find in Murphy over here. And then of course you can jump up here in the higher price ranges like $830,000 and $30,000, which will get you a 5-bedroom 4-bath home over almost 4,700 square feet. Which is pretty sizable. So your dollar goes a little bit further out here as well, but wow, look at that floor tile. That doesn't scream 90s. I don't know what does. All right, man, all that railing. Whew. Now, to those of you that like this, more power to you. I mean, move in and have yourself a field day with all of that, but I would definitely want to do some updates. So to me, that would be a total gut job. Just to keep in mind. Now, if we look at real estate trends, I have no idea why this is cutting off after 2021. You can still see, a pretty good map of seasonality. Again, prices tend to dip in fall and winter, and then go up during spring and summer. You can see here, although interestingly, this was had a peak in April of 2014, came down, kind of steadied out. Again, peak in the winter of 2018, but has jumped back up 2020. but I assume we're going to be up in here with current home prices because again, we see the dips in the valleys every single year, but over time, the appreciation grows in these areas. Murphy has a population of around 21,300 people. Its distance to downtown Dallas is about 25 miles, but about a 40-minute commute. Distance to the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is about 31 miles, but about a 45-minute commute. Median home sale prices are around $470,000, with average home sale prices around $537,000. Month supply around 2.6, and homes for sale in the market is currently around 35. Murphy is serviced mainly by Plano ISD. It has an A+ rating from niche.com, 27 of 1,052 best school districts in Texas, 309 of over 10,000 best school districts in the United States. It has 6 high schools, 13 middle schools, and 44 elementary schools. Murphy also shares with Wylie ISD. Now let's look at Wylie, Texas. Now you can see here on the map, Wylie is a little bit bigger than Murphy, and rightly so. It's got a lot of area in here. Founders Park, that's a cool place. If you haven't checked out our Wylie vlog tour, you can do that as well. We also recently just did a video on Inspiration, which is one of the most popular master plan communities, not just in Wylie, but in Dallas-Fort Worth. So you have to check that out. It has its own lazy river, all kinds of stuff, and you're not that far from downtown. Now, Wylie has a little historic district, which is kind of cool. It's a one little strip right through here, and you've got a winery, you've got Ballard Street Cafe, you've got Villa Vint, lots of cool stuff. A good little coffee spot, Shoemaker Coffee House. We've been inside there. Also, a good barbecue spot over here. On top of it is, what was that called? Bold Barbecue. We went and ate there the other day, had a good time, and there's a couple of other spots right there, but that's just right there on the main historic strip of downtown Murphy. You're going to come over here and see a little bit more of the commercial area, newer commercial area. You've got Tom Thumb, Home Depot, USPS, Chili's, Fuzzy's Taco, Chiloso Mexican Bistro. All right, sounds good. May have to check that out next time. And of course, your fast food restaurants over here. You got your church and Founders Park, Wylie ISD close by. You have some shopping over here on this side: Target, TJ Maxx, Kohl's, Home Goods, Ross. All the good stuff, right? Wild Fork, this is a place where you can it's kind of like a meat market, which is you can go and get some local stuff if you don't want to buy things at the big box. So just something to keep in mind there as well. And you've got a little water area, the reservoir, Muddy Creek, and a couple little parks over here. Collin College, a campus for Wylie in this area, and you border the lakes. All right, so of course Lavon Lake again. You've got an easy shot to either one of these lakes. So you can come right here to the Wildlife and Rescue. You got Avalon Park, East Fork Park over here as well. So some really cool lakeside parks that you can check out. And if we were to look at some of the recent sales over in the area, again, you're going to see a range of here, mid-range, mid 500s, 400s, 300s, 360. 410. Let's look at a 410 home for that just recently sold, actually. Almost 2,300 square feet, 2003, just to give you an idea. This one, interesting. Oh, it's got a pretty good size yard, but again, lots of updates needed. But you can find some new construction opportunities in here as well. Let me change this out to Wylie, so you can get a good idea of what's going on. Now, this had an anomaly of a big sell back in 2021, so it kind of skews this, but you can still see that steady increase over time. Year over year, on average sale price down about 19%, again, from November. But just again, keep in mind, if you bought a year ago, probably don't sell. But it, again, depends on the neighborhood and the area you're in. So that's something you want to keep in mind as well. But overall, demand in Wylie is a little bit down right now. But that's just not the case in every single neighborhood throughout there. So again, it comes down to really hyper-local area that you're looking at. And if you buy inside of a master plan community like Inspiration, then home values are going to maintain and be just fine over there. Wylie has a population of around 62,400 people. Distance to Dallas is about 28 miles, so about a 45-minute commute. Distance to the airport is around 41 miles and about a 60-minute commute. Median home prices around $450,000. Average home prices around $483,000. Month supply is around 2.7, and current homes for sale is around 180. Wylie is serviced by Wylie ISD, which stands for Independent School District. It has an A+ rating from niche.com, number 16 best school districts in Texas. Wylie High School has an A rating from niche.com, a top 100 public high school in Texas, and around 3,000 students. And now we're getting to the very pricey areas of the most underrated suburbs in Dallas, Texas, starting with Fairview. All right, so let's take a look at Fairview. You can see here again, kind of a small area, but you'll notice the roads and very spaced out. In Fairview, you are going to find much larger lots, much larger homes, and the interesting thing is it's right next door to Frisco. We like to call Fairview kind of like the new Frisco because everything's about 10 years newer, but you get much larger homes, much larger lots, and you actually get a better school district than Frisco, which is amazing, and you're not too far away. So if you're going to be commuting to Frisco or Plano for work, then you're going to be within easy access of that. If you're commuting to downtown Dallas, it's not going to be as bad. You got a straight shot down 75. You don't have to worry about tolls. If you head over to Frisco or Plano, main concentration of businesses over here, you do have to head down the SRT, the Sam Rayburn Tollway, which is 121 right there. But other than that, again, easy shot to Lake Lavon, easy access to Allen for shopping, and easy access to Plano as well. Again, even hopping over to Louisville Lake is going to be pretty simple. So something to keep in mind there. Now, we zoom in a little bit here on Fairview. Again, you can see residential, but very spaced out. And then you have the Heritage Ranch Golf Country Club, which is really nice. And then you head over here and you got your main concentration of commercial. All of this is much newer. You've got a Whole Foods over here, a Dillard's. I mean, this is amazing. It could be the last Dillard's in the United States. I think they have a J.C. Penney as well, so they're running pretty strong. You got the theater over here. You've got the town center, Macy's. This is kind of like an outdoor mall. Lens Crafters. I mean, there's a lot of stores throughout here. F45 training if you want. I think there's a 24-hour over here as well. Veterans Park. And there is a 24-hour somewhere over here. Oh, there it is. 24-hour places to eat. So your main concentration is going to be right through here, right off of Highway 75. And then you have, look, Target, Best Buy, TJ Maxx, Ross, all of this in this area as well. So you got a pretty heavy concentration of commercial right in your backyard, and then you're going to have these much larger lots when you come over here. If we look at what is sold recently, you're going to get in much higher price ranges. Just to give you an idea, right now, I mean, for November 2023, $2.3 million, the average home sale price right now. So we're going to look at this. We can see, let's see what 1.2 million gets you. Probably a little bit of acreage. Let's see, well, 1.1 acres, but you get 3,800 square feet. A pretty good size home. This looks a little bit older style, but I mean, some nice herringbone hardwood floors in there. This looks mostly, I mean, this is a good style. I would probably change out the rugs, but otherwise the bones look pretty good. I love the beams up here. Everything's kind of square or rectangle, which I prefer more this day and age versus round. You have some nice custom molding, built-ins, good size open floor plan for kitchen and living area. I mean, massive kitchen there. That's really nice. So this one looks pretty good. This was has to be built in, this one was built in 1983, then it has to be a recent remodel. So let me look down here in the notes and, okay, yeah, home remodeled from floor to ceiling in 2018. Okay, makes sense. All right, so that's should give you a good idea. Let's go over here and check out maybe one or two more. Oh, here's a 3.3. Let's check that one out. Let's see what you get for 3.3, 6,400 square feet, built in 2017. We got a 5-bedroom, 8-bath. That's probably more like 7-bath, and maybe 6-bath, and there's probably 4 half baths on there. But man, nice sizable home. Let me see, acreage, 1.1 acres. Okay, all right, still a lot less, but man, amazing hot tub pool area. That's beautiful. That backyard looks amazing. I like the, again, definitely the time period that this was built in, but still could be, I could work with that. I could definitely work with that. Nice open floor plans, massive kitchen. And let me try to get a better shot of these, this bathroom. I mean, that's good size. Lots of storage in the bathroom. Man, massive shower. I mean, tub. Looks all very nice. Let's see. Oh, you got a home gym. All right. Trying to get to the backyard real quick. What was that? That was, oh, a nice little bar area, pool table. Let's see. Ooh, there. I knew there was going to be something back here in this backyard. I just got a feeling for that. And look at this. Complete outdoor entertainment area. I mean, it looks like you got a full kitchen, stove, plenty of seating, TV. I mean, this is perfect for outdoor summer parties, evening parties. I mean, this right here, this is what I'm talking about. Looks like they have drop-down screens here, screened-in area. Look, they even have a separate cabana area up here at the top. Wow, you could almost have like the guys and the ladies area, you know, that way the guys can watch the games and the girls can watch, I don't know, what are the ladies watching these days? I'm not really sure. Well, I do. I know what my lady watches, but other than that, yeah, it looks like probably drop down screens. You can keep out some of the bugs here. So that's kind of cool. Man, that is quite the backyard going on there. Nice pool area. It looks like they have an elevated hot tub. Lots of huge mature trees in the background. Oh, nice drive up entryway. So that should, wow, look at that. I mean, that's a good looking acre right there, backed up on all those trees. Nice drive in. That would be nice to come home to on an everyday basis. And again, we look at the trends. I mean, it's pretty up and down because you get some of these big sales in that area, again, with these much larger lots and you know, much bigger homes. This is what it's going to look like. This is pretty steady. This is not huge fluctuation. Either you're buying a $1 million house or a $2 million house is what this is showing. You're not going to find much. These sales probably for 300. Those would probably be lots. And I would venture to say it'll be very difficult to even find lots for that amount at this time. So if we look through here, 540, yeah, you'll be up here on the north side. I mean, this is pretty low for that area, but this will get you 2,700 square feet, and you can kind of get an idea of what that home looks like in the area. That's still pretty nice. I mean, that's not bad at all. 2,700 square feet for just over $500K in Fairview, 2021 built. I mean, that's pretty good. So you do have some pretty good options in the more, I would say, affordable range if you're not in the $1 million price range. So that's pretty nice. And you're right here down the street from historic McKinney. So that's a cool place to go check out as well. Whenever you've got some time on the weekends, we like to go to the farmers market in historic downtown McKinney that happens every Saturday from like 8 to noon. Pick up some good stuff there, homegrown, homemade, all that good stuff. It's really nice. And of course, you've got some real estate over here in this area as well. So let me give you some of the stats on Fairview. Fairview has a population of around 11,100 people. Distance to Dallas is about 32 miles, so about a 40-minute commute, and to the airport around 32 miles, about a 40-minute commute. Median home sale price currently around $2.3 million, with the average home sale price around the same, $2.3 million. Average days on market for Fairview is around 9 according to the last month's data. The schools are serviced by Lovejoy ISD, which has an A+ rating on niche.com, top 10 best school districts in Texas, top 1% school districts in America, has 1 high school, 1 middle school, 1 intermediate school, and 2 elementary schools. And now we're coming up on Lucas, Texas, which is going to be my son's name, by the way. Now, we jump in here and you can see Lucas right next door, or actually just a little southeast of Fairview, directly east of Allen. And depending on where you're at through here, you may share a zip code. It could show up as Lucas or Allen. So it's really kind of considered an extension of Allen, but you'll see Lovejoy High School right there, one of the best rated high schools in all of Texas and the US. You can see a lot of green space out here because there is a lot of space. Massive lots out here and opportunities. Not a lot of new construction communities happening in these areas. There's a small portion of it kind of back through here and close to the lake, but I think most of that area is sold out. So other than that, is again, not much to do in Lucas. You're going to have a small strip of commercial right over here where you have your Walmart, your Starbucks, and urgent care. You have Chipotle. So really that's about all you need, right? Walmart, Starbucks, and Chipotle. If you ask Travis, that's what he would say. That's all he needs. He's Starbucks and Chipotle every day for that guy. He's a machine. I don't think he goes to Walmart, so he leaves that up to the missus. But anyways, you can see here lots of green space when you're driving out through Lucas. You're going to find A lot of open areas, and again, huge homes. Now, very pricey out here again. 1.7 million, 970,000, 696, 1.6, 875. Let's see what 1.7 million can get you up here. Looks like 5,400 square feet, built in 2001, 5-bedroom, 5-bath. Man, again, amazing backyard area. Lots of mature trees. I mean, gazebo, outdoor grill, a little waterfall effect there. That's kind of cool. I mean, massive lot there. Beautiful trees as well. Interesting. Yeah, kind of this old school cabin look there. I mean, this could fit out there. I mean, you feel like you're out there in the country, out on your own. Let's maybe check out another place or two and see what we got here. 970, something closer to the... Probably don't have a lake view on here. This one looks like it's going to be new construction. Yeah, 2023. So this should give you an idea. 5,300 square feet, 5-bedroom, 6 baths. See if they've got any. Well, it's pretty much gutted, but still huge open concept. You can see there again, lots of area. You're not going to have many mature trees around there. We go back and let's maybe check out one more. Let's find another. This one was 1.68. There we go. This is definitely what you see. 5,400 square feet, built in 2016. You're going to see a lot of these. They just are so massive, these homes in Lucas, and this large lot there. Yeah, really well done on the inside. I mean, this is good for 2016. I'm wondering if this was recently remodeled. Definitely doesn't resemble a 2016 build, but if it was, then these people were definitely a little bit before their time. I love the huge back windows. That archway would give me an idea that that was 2016. I mean, amazing, massive kitchen area right here. Open concept. I mean, lots of natural light. I love that. So I just wonder, let's see, custom home on 2 acres. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't really mention if it was recently. So this one, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good deal, I would say, there in the Lucas area. You see you've got a massive lot there. Not a lot of trees around it, though, and some open lots across there, so you could still have some custom homes get built in there, but plenty of open space. And again, if we look at the market here in Lucas, average home sale price around 1.7 million, up to 2.3 million of last year. Median home sale price is probably going to be around the same. Yeah, this just jumps up and down because of some of these big sales that happen throughout the area, ranging, you know, from the low millions to up to 2.3 or 1.7. It says a 99% year-over-year increase from last year this time. That's pretty massive, but again, it's a little skewed by the big jumps in different sales prices in the area. Lucas has a population of 8,700. Distance to Dallas is about 31 miles, so about a 50-minute commute. It's about 37 miles to the airport, probably about a 45-minute commute. Month supply is sitting around 6 right now, with the median days on market around 153, mainly because of the higher priced homes. It's part of Lovejoy ISD. Again, A+ rating on niche.com, top 10 best schools in Texas, top 1% in America, 4,300 students, 1 high school, 1 middle school, 1 intermediate school, 2 elementary schools, and Lovejoy has an A+ rating from niche.com, 45th best public high school in Texas, and has 1,641 students. You'll see Dallas is right down here. We're going to be covering today Plano, Allen, McKinney, Melissa, Celina, Prosper, and Frisco. That way you can get a good overview, because these are typically the top suburbs that most people are making their move to. But let's go ahead and get started with Plano, Texas. All right, now as we zoom here into Plano, I'm going to break down Plano real quickly for you. As you can see, you've got Plano marked right here, but really, if I were to just click on Plano in itself, and let me just zoom out here, by the way, because I want to start with the overview that what I've highlighted here is Collin County. This, pretty much a good square, is Collin County. Boy, my drawing is way off. You'll see that that is north of Dallas, and of course you have Denton County, which is going to be right here. Well, Prosper kind of bleeds over into Denton just a little bit, so we'll kind of cover that. But most everything happens right here in Collin County. So I know we don't talk a lot about counties, but it's good to know just in case if you want to do some more research on Collin County as a whole, then there's a lot going on there. But we're going to zoom into Plano here real quickly, and if I just click on Plano, you can see all of the borders right here. Number one, this is a George W. Bush tollway, okay? So This is going to be a con of living in Plano, Texas, is you're going to be surrounded on the south, the west, because this is the Dallas North Tollway, and then you have the Sam Rayburn Tollway right there. So right there you've got 3 sides of Plano, Texas surrounded by toll roads. So if you're going to be commuting or using the highways a lot, you're going to need a toll tag, all right? Because that's just going to get you through a lot faster and make it a lot easier, and you save money when you have that toll tag. Now you have I-75 on this side, so that kind of splits over here. You see this is labeled as Plano East. This is mainly considered, this section I would say is Plano West, or going through, let me see, where is 289 is going to, oh, there's 289 right there. So 289, so this is going to be Plano West right here, and this is going to be Plano Central right here, okay? So basically 3 main parts of Plano there. Just in case there's no confusion. And I'm gonna have to erase that anyways to zoom out. So as we zoom in here, let's cover Plano East real quick. Now this is going to be an older part of Plano, just to keep in mind. So again, you're gonna have the historic downtown, which is going to be right in this area. We've covered that in our extensive Plano vlog tour. You're not gonna want to miss that, so you can check that out. And by the way, we've covered all of these areas, so you'll be able to go back and get extensive overviews through our vlog tours. But you're gonna find homes over here on the Plano East side a lot less expensive. They're going to move up in price as you move into Central Plano, and then as you head over to West Plano again, right here. Now Highway 289 is, I would say, one of the most prestigious roads in Dallas, and why the reason I say that is because, again, if I zoom out here, 289 you can see starts all the way down in Highland Park. It goes all the way up through Prosper, through here, okay? So 289 goes all through there. This is what you're going to want to know. And then you have the Dallas North Tollway. So basically everything in between of the Dallas North Tollway and 289 Preston Road is going to be much higher priced, whether it's commercial or residential, it doesn't matter. And then even over on the west side of the tollway of Dallas North Tollway, that is also going to be more expensive real estate. So you want to keep that in mind. So if you're looking to be on the more affordable side, that's going to be Plano East and Plano Central. And if I break down a map here of Plano and look at what's been sold recently, you can see here, I mean, you can get as low as 310,000. Here's 361. Here's 360. That's 485. 365. 357. You see, if you move over here to Central Plano, you get to 498. Oh, there's a $300,000 house, 380, 380, 719. You'll see as you get closer to Preston Road over here, 890, 853, 729. If I go back in the middle, oh, 237. You can get something as low as $237 if we check this out real quick. Again, this is going to probably need some updating. Let's see, they've got some pictures in here we could take a quick look at. Oh, it's not, I mean, that's move-in ready right there. So this is, let's see what this is. This is, wow, only 235. Oh, it's sold already. That's right, we're looking at sold, but it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So that's why. But still, not bad to know that there are still some properties out there under 300,000. And then you're going to come over here, 707. You can see 680, 840, 1.7 million. All right, 1.45 million. So you see 1.9 million as you get in between Preston Road and the tollway. Again, much higher pricing over here, 2 million right there, just to give you an idea of what you can get in Plano. And these are really nice homes over here. Look at this one. Man, that is beautiful. That's a big house. That looks like that's in Willow Bend. Which is one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in all of, yeah, it's in Willow Bend right there. This whole area, you've got the Glen Eagles Country Club right through here. Willow Bend, considered the most prestigious neighborhood in Plano, Texas. Also what they call old school money over there. You've got the mall, you've got the Willow Bend Shopping Center over here. So that's pretty popular with everyone. But overall, you can see you've got mainly 3 parts of Plano. Again, as I mentioned, I'll go back over here to the map. East Plano, going to be much less expensive. Your historic homes, historic downtown, that's going to be all on this east side. You've also got Oak Point Park Nature Preserve. This one is over 800 acres. So if you're an outdoor enthusiast, I mean, wherever you're at in Plano, it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to get over there and hang out at the park. They got all kinds of things, especially like zip lining, hiking and biking, and just, I mean, it goes on and on. But over 800 acres. You can see all the trails throughout there. So it's really easy to get to if you're in Plano East, but again, if you're in Plano West or Plano Central, it doesn't really matter either. You'll still be able to get over there, and there's several parks scattered throughout Plano as a whole. So this will give you a good idea of how it's broken up, Plano, and then the most popular area of Plano, I would say, is Legacy West and the shops at Legacy right here. So we've done this and taken you through that in the vlog tour as well. That this is just very, very new construction, built very well, and it's the hot spot. It's where everybody wants to go and be seen, especially for families, right? You're gonna take the family there, you're gonna hang out, have dinner, shopping, everything you need. And then also right here, this main corridor right through here is where you're going to see a lot of major corporations moving, and they're going to be moving into Frisco, this whole section right here. So you see you've got IKEA right there. You're going to have like Toyota headquarters over here, Frito-Lay, AT&T, let's see, FedEx office corporate headquarters. Look at this, JP Morgan Chase, Frito-Lay, Toyota, several other headquarters. So a lot of corporations and companies are moving right through here off of the Dallas Tollway and the Sam Rayburn Tollway. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. If your company relocates here, that could be a good portion of where they move to. So you'll want to keep that in mind, because any of the surrounding areas, you'll be able to get there very easy. And here's some of the stats and data on Plano, Texas. Plano has a population of 292,000. It's about 20 miles to downtown Dallas without heavy traffic. If you have traffic, I would account for 30 to 35 minutes. It's only about 26 miles to the DFW airport, so you're within 30 minutes if you travel on a regular basis. The median home price right now is about $519,000, and that's almost a 2% increase year over year. The average home price is around $594,000. The month supply on the market is only 2.1, so we're still in an inventory shortage, and it's been ranked the 24th best real estate market in the country. Schools related to Plano are A+ rated from niche.com. 27 out of 1,052 best school districts in Texas, ranked 309 out of 10,900 best schools in the United States. It has 6 high schools, 13 middle schools, and 44 elementary schools. Plano East Senior High has an A+ rating from niche.com and ranked 37th best public school in Texas, over 3,100 students. And Plano West Senior High has an A+ rating, is ranked 56th best public high school in Texas. And Plano West was also ranked 112 best college prep public high school in the USA. All right, so let's jump over to Allen, Texas now. Now here you can see Allen, it's much smaller compared to some of these other suburbs, and you'll notice that by population size as well. But we'll zoom in here, but it's a quiet community except for the high school football. It's really well known for the sports program. Actually, all of these northern suburbs are known for their high school football programs. I mean, Friday Night Lights is the real deal here in Texas. Some of the best football you will see. And if your kids are in sports, no matter what sport they're in, all of these schools are extremely competitive, so you'll definitely want to check out the sports programs. But one of my favorite parts here in Allen, Texas is right down here. It's called Waters Creek Village. You'll see it's just a combination of all types of shops, restaurants, bars, everything that you can just walk around. So if you just find a place to park, you can go all through here. You could spend an entire day going through here, eating, drinking, and shopping, of course. And really, Allen is known as the shopping hub of this North Dallas area, because if you scoot up here as well, you got Twin Creeks Village. If you look over here, you've got Cottonwood Creek Village, which is another area to shop in. And then right up here you have the villages at Allen, and then right up here you have the Allen Premium Outlet. So a lot of people do go there and shop. And again, you have East Allen on this side, you have West Allen on this side, and it's going to be similar to Plano, to where you're going to find more affordable housing on the east side. The west side, you're going to be a little bit up there, but you'll see you have I-75 that splits Allen right down the middle. And by the way, I-75 is free. There is no tolls on there, but then you have 121 Sam Rayburn Tollway, to the north border of that. So if you do any commuting on there, you will be paying tolls. And again, you've got Twin Creeks Golf Club over here. So if you're an avid golfer, anywhere you go up in here, you're going to find plenty of options for golf. There's no shortage there. And you have Allen High School right through here. You can see how big that is, the track and field system. And we do need to update on Allen. We have that in the queue to update you on a vlog tour of Allen, but we definitely have an older video that still is mostly relevant that you could check out. And if we jump in here and look what's been sold recently in the market, you can see over here on the east side, 360,000, 480, 570, 335, 393, 400, 496. Again, a little bit lower price. Allen is a little bit more expensive as well. You'll come over here, 655, of course, 624, 857. You'll see 730, 750, 1.29 million. So again, that east side, if you want to be in Allen, can be a little bit on the more affordable side for you there. But if you jump over to the west side, then you're going to be paying a premium. And if you look at the market in Allen over the last 5 years, let's say even over the last 10 years, you can see it's just been a steady growth in price. Now, here's the deal. Seasonality matters right now, and we're moving into fall and winter. And the thing is that right now inventory is at an all-time low, and buyer demand is also sitting on the sidelines because of interest rates, but that hasn't really stopped prices from rising because the inventory has been so low. So even with interest rates, you will see on here that prices always tend to dip in the fall and winter, and that's usually a time to buy. And usually it bounces back. Right now we've seen it. There's been a slight drop year over year, but still Allen's at a 1.1% increase year over year in value. So that's not bad to break even, especially in this market whenever interest rates are at an all-time high and people are saying that that's going to crash the market. But what we're seeing is that it's really making the demand be built up even more, and people know that. And so a lot of sellers that are sitting on a lot of equity or very low interest rates, they're willing to wait this out, because if interest rates come down any bit lower and they want to sell, they know they're going to get back into bidding wars and people paying over. And that is something we would recommend you don't do. But at the same time, you have to decide when is going to be the right time for you and your family to make a move. But that's why we always suggest to just give us a call or shoot us a text, send us an email. That way we can get on the phone or a Zoom call, which is our personal favorite, and have a conversation about your situation. Now, Allen, Texas has a population of around 109,000. The distance to downtown Dallas is about 26 miles and maybe up to 40 minutes with traffic. To DFW is about 32 miles and maybe about 40 minutes with traffic. The median home price is around $533,000, with the average home price around $588,000. Month supply is only 2.2 right now, and Allen's been ranked the number 6 best real estate market in the country by Wallet Hub. Allen ISD has A+ ratings from niche.com, 5th best school district in Texas, best school district in Collin County, top 100 school districts in the USA. It has 1 high school, 3 middle schools, and 16 elementary schools. And now we're going to move up to McKinney, Texas. Now you'll see here McKinney has a lot of growth opportunity. You'll notice all this green space up here, which is where you're going to find a lot of the new construction. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind about Allen and Plano. These are also considered older communities. There's not a lot of new construction communities that are going in there. If you're going to find new construction, it's probably going to be custom built or tearing down an older home and custom building, or you might find small pockets of mini communities, you could say. But otherwise, these big master plan communities you're finding in Frisco and Prosper and Celina and Melissa, not a lot of that's being built in Plano or Allen. Now, if you get to McKinney, you're seeing some opportunities up here where they're starting to build new construction because they still have some room to grow out here, and you'll find some of those communities. Nothing really too drastic as far as major master plan communities, but you will find something there. Now, again, McKinney, on this east side, you've got my favorite part over here, which is historic downtown McKinney. And the cool thing is that this is the largest historic downtown in all of North Texas. So this is definitely worth a day trip. You could go over there and hang out. You could have breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, maybe even a little dancing around there. I think there's a few Irish pubs as well, depending on how your Irish dancing skills are, that you could check out. But otherwise, there's enough to do down here in downtown McKinney. Unlike Frisco, if you go to that historic downtown, you could probably blow through there in a couple of hours. You know, here, plenty of shops, restaurants, bars, breakfast, coffee. everything you need. It's definitely worth a day trip to hang out down there. And if you like the old, then it's just really cool. And all around through here, in my opinion, is one of the best historic districts as well for homes. McKinney has a lot of the old craftsman, Victorians, and bungalows, things like that for homes. So if you like the older homes, then there's a lot happening here in that area. But again, you're going to break off to the north and south of here. You're going to find a little bit more affordable housing as you move over into the west side of McKinney, over all throughout here north of 121. This is going to be more expensive real estate. Again, you've got a lot of commercial along the Sam Rayburn Tollway throughout here. You can see the tollway, and then you see all this commercial development that is throughout here. I mean, there's a lot going on. So you're not far from whatever you need. Shops, restaurants, bars. Look at all the golf clubs and golf courses you have throughout here, just 3 of them right there in your backyard. Plenty of parks that are happening, and there's even a small regional airport over here if you have access to a plane or a small plane or your own private plane, right? Now, one thing is over here too is you have Hutchins Barbecue in McKinney. So right there, that is worth checking out in itself. We cover that in our full vlog tour of McKinney. You won't want to miss that if you're in McKinney. There's also one in Frisco, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. But the best barbecue in Texas, it's been rated that, and in my personal opinion. But I don't know, is it the barbecue or is it the banana pudding? The banana pudding is unbelievable. I'm not really a banana guy, but that banana pudding, I crave it. We have to go there at least once a week. It's kind of like our Sunday treat to go there for barbecue and banana pudding. And the brisket, oh my goodness, it's just amazing. So you'll see you've got a lot going on here. And if we jump over in here into the map of McKinney on what's on the market, again, you'll see here, let's see, 450, yeah, 470. Things are gonna be a little bit higher price, 377 down here, but still all around 395. I mean, you look up here, 482, it's going to start jumping up. So right around 75, again, 75 being a free highway, and where you're going to find much older communities, you're going to find more affordable pricing over here. But then you see 1.1 million. So again, that's that's all on the golf course, and throughout here, McKinney's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you'll find some pockets in here like this: 325, 415, 510. 319, and then 585. But let's say if we look at something for 319, again, it's going to be a little bit older. You could probably move into it. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick home. Doesn't look too shabby. All right, looks like it was recently remodeled. They kept the old cabinets, but looks like they may have repainted them or something like that. But otherwise, you got some stainless appliances in there. Looks like they put new flooring in there. So for 300, it sold for 309. Yep. So that's the deal right there. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You can still find something for around $300,000, and that was just within the last 30 days. So the main thing is that there are deals out there to be found, and you can find a good deal in any market. Just because interest rates are high, inventory is low, it doesn't mean that you can't find good options. You'll see up here a lot of new construction happening up here. This is a little pocket up here, but if you click on something, you'll see even for, what is this, 480, 479. So you get something that's new construction. You can see here, really nice for under 500,000. Brand new construction, nice shiplap in there, good sized living room, open concept, really nice. And looks like these are probably those ceramic tile floors, which are a good fit, definitely very durable, especially for the kids. Nice white kitchen. I mean, that's not bad here in McKinney for under 500,000 to keep in mind. And if we look at the market data for McKinney, I mean, take a look at this over the last 10 years. Again, just straight steady growth. But something else to keep in mind, Dallas during 2008, we didn't see huge crash like we did everywhere else. If I put up any community, especially in North Dallas through 2008, 2010, you'll see pretty much steady Eddie consistency, and then also again peaks in the spring and summer, dips in the fall and winter. That's how seasonality works, and you can see this all throughout time. Now, of course, we had the biggest jumps during lockdowns, especially when everybody was moving here from out of state. Now, as that dropped, but look, it's coming back up. We're going to see another slight drop right now, moving into fall and winter. And McKinney's only down 3.9% year over year, which that is not a massive loss. Again, if you're buying a home, ideally you're buying that home to stay in it for 3 to 5 years at a minimum, and you're going to weather any storm. McKinney has a population of 214,000. It's about 32 and a half miles to downtown Dallas, about 45 minutes with heavy traffic. Distance to the airport is about 33 miles and up to 35 minutes with traffic. Median home price is around $515,000. The average home price around $568,000, and it's been ranked the #1 real estate market in the country by Wallet Hub. McKinney ISD has an A rating from niche.com. It's considered top 50 school districts in Texas, top 500 school districts in the United States. It has 3 high schools, 5 middle schools, and 20 elementary schools. McKinney High School is the original of the 3 public high schools. It's an A rating from niche.com and has almost 3,000 students. And that brings us to Melissa, Texas. Now, Melissa, Texas is what we like to call the hidden gem of Dallas right now. It's a much smaller community. You're going to see here not a lot of development as you look throughout here. Still a lot of open space throughout here. You have communities getting built up throughout here. That's where a lot of the new construction is. You do have some pretty nice communities getting built over here, but otherwise it's considered very rural at this moment. Now, population has grown quite a bit over the last 5 to 10 years. There's not a lot going on here. That you got the main highway. This is where 121 breaks off and is not a tollway until it hits over here and kind of merges with 75 for a short time period right through here, and then you're going to come down here into 75, and then it turns right back into 121. So you can see here how 121 connects right through the middle of Melissa, and then connects into 75, and then continues all the way through North Dallas. Again, toll road right here, non-toll road, and then this is not toll at this time. I don't know if they will turn that into it, but they're not. That's not in the works right now. But a couple of cool little spots over here I marked in our Melissa full vlog tour, by the way. George's Coffee Shop. There's a little section down here where you can go shopping at and get some coffee. George's Coffee, I definitely recommend that over here as well. You have the Z-Plex, a huge, massive sports complex we showed you in the vlog. Which you'll probably end up spending a lot of your Saturdays over there if you got kids and they're doing some types of sports or anything like that. And then you have, Sugarland Gluten-Free Bakery. That sounds good. And Sugar Love Bakery. All right, so there you go. Sugarland Gluten-Free and then Sugar Love. So you can, no shortage of bakeries over, you know how we country folks like it out there. We want our baked goods, our pies, our cakes, all that good stuff. So over here, I mean, there's really not much going on except for a lot of new construction. That's why a lot of people are moving to Melissa. And again, if you're working from home or working remotely, it doesn't really matter where you live. But you think about it with these main hubs over in Frisco and Plano, even along 380 through Prosper and Frisco. If you're working in Frisco, then you don't really have that much of a commute, and so you don't have to really be concerned about that, and people are willing to move a little bit further out of town to get some better priced homes, although the homes in Melissa are starting to go up. And if we take a look of what's sold recently in Melissa, you'll see here 345, 600, 756, 736. I mean, the home prices are going up over here. Here's a community of around 400,000 or 500,000. So let's look at 441, going to be new construction. Again, you can take a look here, gives you what it's going to look like. These are all renderings right now, so there's still opportunities to build from scratch, or probably just get into one of their model homes or their spec homes as well. A lot of these communities, I mean, they're not going to be custom, but you'll have several different model options you can choose from. But not bad. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I mean, that's really nice. Everything going to be brand new. And so if you go back and look at that, you'll find these little pockets of these areas that are growing quite a bit. And then you'll find some of these other pockets where they're going to be up there. So if you're in the $700,000 range, you're going to get a big house up here around over 3,500 square feet. And you can see here the floor plan. You can pick out your finishes. That's in Liberty. Really nice community as well, and a lot of amenities. I mean, look at that resort style, Olympic style pools, amenity center. I mean, these communities out here are going all out. Splash pads for the kids, that's always nice. I mean, big covered area for picnics and parties. You've got playgrounds. I mean, just everything that you could imagine, which we cover that quite a bit in the Melissa video. So you'll definitely want to check that out. But you can get a good price range, going throughout here. Pretty much going to be all new construction. If you go down here, even let's see what 337 will get you again. 337, brand new construction. 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. I mean, that is not bad, really at all, I would say. So especially in this day and age, to find brand new construction under 400,000, then that's a pretty good opportunity. And if you look at the trends on Melissa, I mean, it's just grown drastically over the years as well. Year over year, it's only down about 4%, but again, we're right in the fall and winter, so we're going to see this probably jump back next summer. And if, again, interest rates come down any bit at all, it's going to drastically increase the prices in there. They peaked out during 2022, but 2023 was not that big of a difference. They're going to drop a little bit right now through seasonality, but I imagine they'll bounce back. But otherwise, you'll see homes pretty much appreciate. You'll see on the last several charts that it's just steady Eddie growth, despite, we had the anomaly of the shutdowns, which drove a lot of people to move here. So that was the anomaly. We're starting to stabilize now, and we're starting to still see steady growth, and especially in the suburbs we're about to get into. Melissa only has a population of 23,000 right now. The distance to downtown Dallas is over 40 miles, about 60 minutes with heavy traffic. To DFW, about 41 miles, and probably 50 minutes with heavy traffic. The median home price is around $480,000. The average home price around $506,000. Melissa ISD has an A rating from niche.com. It's considered top 40 school districts in Texas. It has 1 high school, 1 middle school, and 2 elementary schools. Melissa High School has an A rating from niche.com and considered a top 100 public high school in Texas. Over 1,300 students. Now we're going to jump over to Celina, Texas. And yes, it is called Celina, not Celina, all right, for you out-of-towners. Actually, even real estate agents here mess it up. It's funny, I'll see some videos sometimes and they're talking about Celina, and nope, it's Celina. All right, so if we jump over here into Celina now, here's the deal about Celina. Massive growth is going to be happening in here. If you look on the map, you will see a lot of green space, okay? Now, the population in Celina currently is about 43,000, but it's been permitted for 387,000, I believe, for population. So that tells you the amount of growth that they're planning in Celina. That is twice the size of Frisco. And you see all this green space out here. I mean, it is a lot. So they will be building that out quite a bit. You have Mustang Lakes over here, one of the most popular suburbs, which we cover in our Celina vlog tour. You'll have to check that out. You got Collin College, a campus up here in Celina. You come downtown, a couple of my favorite spots. Number one is going to be Summer Moon Coffee. We visited there in our vlog tour as well. And we also went over to Tender Smokehouse, which was amazing. A very close second to Hutchins Barbecue, all right? But if you're in Celina, it's well worth it. And you have a really cool, a little historic downtown area that you can check out. And there's a few things to do there, but you're going to breeze through that within an hour or two. Not a lot going on down there unless they're hosting a festival, which they typically do at least every quarter around that area. And over throughout, you're going to just find new construction communities throughout here. You can see here MI Homes Greenway, and again, Mustang Lakes is considered the most one of the most popular areas over here, and of course Light Farms as well, one of the most popular subdivisions. Now if we jump over here in what sold recently in Celina, you can see it's very spaced out. You're getting into communities here, I mean 400,000, 681, a wide range between 400 to 700,000. These are 660, 580. Up here you got 672. You're going to find a little bit heavier pricing. 492. You can get under 500,000. Again, you can look at 1.1 million over here. 752. Let's look down here. Let's see. These are going to be, most of this is going to be probably in the Light Farms area. So let's look at, let's try to find something. Man, expensive. 549. Let's look for something a little bit more decent price. So this is let's see, built in 2021. It has over 2,300 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, so a couple of years old, but not too bad. And it looks like just your average new construction home. Granite countertops, shaker cabinets in there. And again, seems just a little basic in there. So if you're going to want to step it up, which nothing wrong with that as well, but if you want to get something a little more interesting, you can come over here in the $600,000 range. You see you're going to get over 2,300 square feet. This is brand new construction, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, really nice bathroom, open concept. I like the wood. I'm not really a big fan of 2 different color combinations. I mean, I don't mind the island being a different color, but I don't really like that. But anyways, but those are some nice colored cabinets, you know, like a nice oak or light oak. Big open concept. I mean, plenty of storage throughout here. So looks like a really nice option for you over there in Celina. Something to keep in mind. And if you look at the trends, if you look at the real estate trends for Celina, just like everything else, I mean, even if we go back 20 years, I mean, early on when growth was very up and down, just because there wasn't a lot of construction going on out in Celina. So again, peaks during 2022, things have kind of stabilized now. We're going to be seeing a little bit of a dip again because of seasonality, but that's going to pop back up. But overall, year over year, Celina, right at 5.2% less. But again, if you plan to stay in that house longer than 2 years at least, which you should because of the capital gains rule, then you're going to weather any of those storms. And we're seeing just the people that bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they have a lot of equity and appreciation in their home value. So again, something to keep in mind. Now, Celina is about 43 miles to downtown Dallas, about 60 minutes with heavy traffic. It's about 38 miles to the airport and about 50 minutes with heavy traffic. The median home price is around $592,000, with the average home price around $631,000. Celina ISD has a B+ rating from niche.com. It has 1 high school, 1 middle school, and 3 elementary schools. And Celina High School has a B+ rating from niche.com and ranked 136 for best high schools for athletes in Texas. All right, now we're getting to good old Prosper, Texas. And you can see here that Prosper is on the north border of Frisco. It's bordered by 380, which right now 380 is not a toll road, so that's nice, but also it's a little congested. There's a lot of new construction going on. They're widening 380 right now, so it can get backed up during the rush hour. You can see here 289 Preston Road, what we talked about earlier, comes right up through the middle. The Dallas North Tollway ends right here for the time being, but this is what's going to take place is they are completing construction of the Dallas North Tollway up here through Celina, and they're going to take that past Celina, and I would imagine at some point it's going to go all the way up to, I mean, it's not too far for them to get to Oklahoma, all right? So just something to keep in mind. That's going to grow real estate, in my opinion, all through, again, 289. You see how 289 continues to go all the way up? I would not be surprised at all if the tollway continues to head up through this area, and whatever happens between Preston Road and the tollway is probably going to be prime real estate. We've got a lake over here as well, so if you love the lake life, I mean, it's a, Lake Ray Roberts is a close access, as well as Lake Louisville, which we love. We love Lake Louisville. It's a lot of fun to be out there. And so Prosper right now, this is the opportunity. It's growing quite a bit as well. And you can see still a lot of green space all throughout here, especially around the tollway. These are a lot of cornfields you'll find throughout here. But they are building right through here. I mean, this is a major, the gates at Prosper, they call that, shopping throughout here. And then the rest, you've got Gentle Creek Country Club, so you got a golf course not too far. And then on top of that, you have the infamous Windsong Ranch right over here. So Windsong Ranch is been rated the #1 top master plan community in all of North Dallas a few times. It covers quite a bit, over 2,500 acres, I believe. For Windsong Ranch, it has over 30 miles of paved trails, and then over here off to the side they have this is all like biking off-road trails that you can get to, and you can get to that from the paved. So you can start from your house, get on a paved trail, connect all the way back, get off trail if you have a mountain bike or something like that. They do a ton of events throughout here, and of course you've got the crystal clear Blue Lagoon in Prosper, which is the biggest draw, which everybody loves, over 5 acres. just crystal clear blue water, white sandy beaches. What I love most about it, no chlorine in there. You don't walk out of there smelling like a chemical bath. They've got some of the best amenities with pickleball courts, basketball courts, swimming pools, Olympic style, kid pools, I mean, all that stuff. Playgrounds. I mean, it's just a community in itself. They have 3 elementary schools in there, building a middle and a high school within that community. So within a couple of years, you will never likely have to leave, because you even have a cafe and a coffee shop in there as well. But here's the thing, you can even take the golf cart to Home Depot and Chick-fil-A. So right there, people could completely survive off of coffee, Chick-fil-A, and Home Depot. And so you could be golf cart living the rest of your days if you're that type of person. But otherwise, there's a lot of commercial development happening along Preston Road, Highway 289. And when I say Highway 289, it's all stoplights, okay? So you're not going to get on 289 and just cruise. You know, you're going to hit stoplights all through there, but that's why the tollway runs parallel to that if you want to get on it, but you're going to pay for that. So you can see 289 just continues to go all the way up there, and it runs runs right into the lake. Does it continue on the other side? It does not. Okay, so that's about where it runs out, is at the Oklahoma border straight into the lake. But again, I believe the tollway is going to do the same thing. And so for you real estate spectators out there, you know, anything north of Prosper, Celina, you're probably going to be in a good position within the next 5, 10, 15 to 20 years if you want to buy now and hold. You know, if you buy any homes in Prosper, Celina, around that area, they're just likely going to appreciate by default. I mean, new construction communities already appreciate by default, but this is really something that we see the growth is happening, and it's going to continue to happen. Dallas is getting more and more popular every single day, so it's something that is not going to let up. If we take a look at homes that have sold in Prosper recently, I mean, you are going to be in much higher price ranges up in Prosper. You've got 859, 985, 1.2. You come over into Winsong Ranch, I mean, 949. It's going to be very difficult to find much under 900 or $1 million. I mean, you've got one here that's an anomaly usually for 740. We could take a look at that in Winsong. Should be in Winsong. So if we look at this, 2,300 square feet, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, I would say that's definitely on the smaller side for, I'd have to confirm that that's even in Winsong. Yes, this is in Winsong. So this is on the smaller side for a home in Winsong, but also smaller on the price range. It's very rare you're going to find anything for $725,000 inside of Winsong Ranch. You get over here, I mean, 930, 1.4, 1.1, 1.8, 875. Prosper is expensive. I mean, it is where a lot of the money is moving to in this area. And if we take a look at the trends over the last, 5, even 10 years, again, you're going to see steady eddy growth, peaks in 2022. But we came back in 2023 even. Again, we're seeing a slight drop for seasonality, but year over year, it's up 6.8%. And you're going to see even more growth in Frisco. I mean, these areas are not getting any less popular. Now, Prosper has a population of around 37,700. It's about 37 and a half miles to downtown Dallas, about 50 minutes with heavy traffic. The airport about 32 and a half miles and up to 45 minutes with heavy traffic. The median home price is around $800,000 and the average home price is around $871,000. Prosper ISD has an A+ rating from niche.com. It's a top 2% school districts in the country, top 1% school districts in Texas, and it has 3 high schools, 4 middle schools, and 15 elementary schools, with 2 more high schools being built right now. Prosper High School has an A+ rating from niche.com and serves over 3,800 students. Walnut High School is a massive brand new high school that was just built, including a 530,000 square foot academic building. And last but definitely not least, and maybe even some would consider the best, is Frisco, Texas. It's the #1 requested suburb that we get asked about all the time whenever people just like you give us a call and are thinking about making their move here. So let's dive into Frisco. So you can see here, Frisco runs, some of it borders Lake Lewisville, which a lot of people like because you have easy access to get to the lake. You are bordered by the Sam Rayburn Tollway. The Dallas North Tollway runs right through the middle of Frisco, and then 380 again is not a tollway. And if you're over here on the east side of Frisco, you can choose to probably scoot over here to 75 and head down to downtown Dallas if you don't want to pay the tolls on the toll road. But other than that, Frisco, again, similar to Plano, you're going to have some less expensive homes over here on the east side. Central Frisco and West Frisco and North Frisco are definitely going to be a lot more expensive. A couple of my favorite spots here in Frisco, I would say number one is the historic, there's Hutchins. That's definitely my favorite spot in Frisco. So there's Hutchins. I meant to come down here to downtown Frisco, old school Frisco. Again, not a lot going on there, but definitely worth stopping by. Summer Moon Coffee. We cover this quite extensively in our Frisco vlog tour. You can check that out. And by the way, we have a very extensive Prosper vlog tour that you could check out to get a little bit more in-depth on that. And here, Frisco Square, Old Town, downtown Frisco. You've got Hutchins right around the corner. That's where we usually head to on Sunday afternoons. You've got Collin College, a campus there as well. And then over here you have the Star District. This is where the Cowboys practice field. You've got Cowboys headquarters. You've got shops, restaurants, bars, things to do down here. Probably one of the most popular spots. And then you have the Stonebriar Mall. This whole area, the sports complex. Very, very active over here. You got the Writers Field over here. Oh, and the soccer field I didn't mention is over here by Main Street on top of that Toyota Stadium for FC Dallas. If you like soccer, we've got one of our team members, Vince, who lives right over here. He loves soccer, so he's always walking over there and heading to the games. And you've got a lot of shopping scattered throughout, you can see. And if you take a look at the real estate that's sold recently, you can see here 435. Again, on this east side is where you're going to find something a little bit more affordable. Under 500. It's going to be very difficult to find anything under 300, under 400. So 500 is probably going to be close to the minimum. You get over here to the west side of Frisco and it definitely starts jumping up. Although 424, that's pretty good. 790, 680, 775, 985, 535. And of course, we don't want to forget about up here, Fields of Frisco. This whole area right here is what's getting developed into the Fields Frisco development. All of this, you definitely want to check out that video because we get into that extensively. There's some really good opportunities to build up there, but that is going to be a much higher price point. So if you want to get into there, you're going to have to act fast too because things are selling out very quickly. And a lot of these new construction homes they have in the Fields Frisco are on a waiting list already, but they just built the Omni PGA Frisco Resort and the PGA headquarters over here. So really cool restaurants and fun things to do with the kids. There's a lot going on. You don't want to miss that. So check it out if you're visiting Frisco. It's worth hanging out over there for half a day or so. Lots of cool little putting greens and things you can do with the kids, games. Mini Top Golf over there. Just so much to do. We detail that in the Fields. Now, if we look at the real estate trends of Frisco, again, it's up 4.2% year over year. And again, you'll see steady eddy growth. Peaks in 2022, but not too far off in 2023. We're going to see the dips in seasonality come out. So in my opinion, I bought a brand new construction in the last dip, in winter time because builders were offering great incentives and I got $50,000 off. I got a great deal on the mortgage and a buy down. So I bought my rate down. So if you still have not thought about that and you're seeing 7.5% interest rates right now, you can buy that down to 5.5%. And we believe, I wouldn't bet on it, but believe interest rates will come down in the future. They likely will. It's just a matter of when though. And I'll be able to refinance. So I was able to buy down the rate. At the time, they were 6.5% and I bought my rate down to 4.5%. But now they're 7.5%. So the lowest, you may be able to get down to 5.5, depending on the builder and what incentive they are offering. Definitely worth checking out. But overall, Frisco, you can see there's a lot going on. And again, really considered the most popular suburb by most people. This is where a lot of people want to live. Frisco has a population of 227,000 people. It's about 28 miles to downtown Dallas, about 40 minutes with heavy traffic, 23 miles to the airport, and about 30 minutes with heavy traffic. The median home price is around $700,000. The average home price around $778,000. And Frisco has been ranked the #2 real estate market in the country by Wallet Hub. Frisco ISD has an A+ rating from niche.com. It's ranked 3rd best school district in Collin County, top 1.5% school districts in Texas, has 12 high schools schools, 18 middle schools, and 43 elementary schools. Frisco High School has an A+ rating from niche.com, almost 2,000 students, a top 500 high school in the US, and top 60 high schools in Texas. And there you have it. I mean, that is a brief overview. There's still so much more that you could cover that you'll definitely want to check out our full vlog tours on Frisco, on Prosper, on Celina, on Melissa, on McKinney, on Plano. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, that's why we document all of this in this channel for you, because we know there's a lot of options out there to choose from, and it's hard to start narrowing down, especially when you're out of state. But the main thing is that review all of the information, go through the videos. They're going to help quite a bit. Do some more research, and ultimately just give us a call if you want to talk through your situation. And look, some of you have to move based on relocation or jobs, or your company is relocating here. Some of you want to move. I met a couple at the coffee shop the other day. They came down just to help out with a local church for about 2 to 3 weeks, and they fell in love with the area, and then they just decided to move here. So because they love the community so much and the people, that they just knew it was time for them to leave California. So there's going to be situations like that as well, which even in this market with interest rates, people are going to decide or have to move regardless. And we work with those people just like you every single day. And the main thing is that we can find a deal in any market. You know, we always have a discussion with our lender to maximize your budget and get you the best opportunity. Find the right deal that's going to be a good fit for you and your family. And hey, if it's only temporary for 1, 2, or maybe 3 years, we still believe that's a lot better than renting and throwing that money away on rent. So the main thing is you can build a little equity. You're probably going to gain some appreciation over the next couple of years. And if you want to find something at that time, then you make that switch, move up, and you could likely use that equity in the home that you did buy to put down on a home that you want for a much longer term. So there's a lot of options out there. The main thing is just give us a call. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move here to the Dallas area. Until next time, well, I hope to show you around town.